So I moved everything outside. It is so hot today that I decided to do some coloring outdoors because the room that I normally use for recording is it feels like an oven, way too hot. So here we are outside, and the garden desperately needs water. It looks terrible, but well. So let's take a look at the background. I don't want the background to be too bright, too strong, so I really need to carefully pick my colors. Here I have a cobalt blue, a light cobalt blue by Luminance. Let's see what that will do. The temperatures are high, very high for Dutch standards. And that is the reason that I moved outdoors. But I'm afraid that later today it will become absolutely it will become too hot. Tomorrow night there will be a lunar eclipse, and I'm going to try to record a little bit for you. I hope the weather will be good, but the forecast is that there will be a clear sky. So I'd love to show you this lunar eclipse. Let's see if I can change the colors a little bit. I have a feeling that that would help you. Does this help? I hope so. I am sitting in a shaded area of the garden, but I can see the sunshine creeping up the table. Look, there it is, the sunshine, and it's coming closer and closer. So I think I'll have to move in a couple of minutes. So what I'm doing now is just toning down the background a little bit with these light, delicate tones, and this is a light blue, light cobalt blue. And Luminance is a great pencil for toning down things because it is a little bit opaque, so it can really push colors to the background. And here I have another one, Anthraquinoid Pink, impossible name. I can feel the temperatures rising very quickly right now in the garden. Up to half an hour ago, there was this little breeze, a little wind, and it was a cooling breeze. But now it feels like a hot blow dryer. It's like what they have in southern Europe, the foehn winds. That's what it feels like. I think I'm going to try to tone things down a little bit more. Let's see what the magical white of Luminance can do. Oh, look at that. Just toning things down a little bit. I want this to be very subtle, so not bad. Here you can see very well the power of the white luminance pencil. If you are using mineral spirits to do your backgrounds, then that will speed up this process a lot. But I never used it. I tried it once, but so far it hasn't. I haven't been very happy with it, so I left it. Maybe I should try it again, but let's do some sharpening. I'm actually very interested in how the weather will develop today, because they say there will be no rain, but I see moisture building up in the sky. You know, the sky is not a clear blue sky. There are there is this white haze, so there's moisture, and there is wind and there is heat, so I think great ingredients for a good thunderstorm. Now this process of coloring the background is a process that I take step by step. So I'm coloring now, and I stop, then I take a couple of pictures, then I look at it from a distance, and then slowly I take my decisions and continue the background. I don't want to ruin things. And of course I want this butterfly to be the star of the show, and although I love backgrounds, I don't want to overdo things. Keep things balanced. So I'll take a step back now and continue later. Well, it's a couple of days later after my last coloring session. Here I have cobalt blue, and sometimes just taking a break is so good, because now I suddenly see that the warm blue tones over here, they really need to come back in the background here and there. So that is why I'm picking up this cobalt blue. And there's something else that I see right now, and that's a positive thing. I can really see that the way I am shaping this background might really work. So that's very hopeful. Yes, the last couple of days it was extremely hot, so there was not much opportunity for coloring. Last Friday, that is 2 days ago now, we went to a stunning temperature of 39 degrees Celsius, and that is it's not the official temperature. You know, here in the Netherlands they have official stations, weather stations, where they measure the temperature. But we have our heating system in the house, and this heating system has a sensor outdoors in the shade. It is on the east side of our house. So on the east side it only gets a little bit of sunshine early morning. It's on the northeast side, that's what I have to say, yeah. The northern side more. So, and that sensor registered 39 degrees, and I must say it was that was too much. That was really too much. I love being outdoors, and I spent quite a few hours outdoors under the trees with our garden hose. You know, we have a water hose. I had that garden hose close to me so I could cool myself, and that went quite well until the temperatures continued to rise, and then I really was forced to go indoors. And then late at night there would be a beautiful lunar eclipse, and lo and behold, after days and days and days and days and weeks of blue skies, that night, although it was still very, very hot, we had clouds. But I did a walk. I walked, and I can show you a little bit of footage about that walk, trying to find a spot to see that lunar eclipse, but well, that didn't work out eventually. Sky blue here. But I can show you a little bit of that recording if you like. So here it comes. I am having a evening stroll. It is 9:30, a little bit later than that, 9:30 p.m., a couple of minutes later, and if I'm correct, then a eclipsed moon has just risen, and I'm trying to find a spot where I can see it, but it's clouded. There are clouds in the sky. It is bloody hot today. Yesterday was terrible, 38 degrees Celsius, and today was even worse. Our thermometer told us it was 39 degrees Celsius in the shade. So it was absolutely terrible, and it still is. It is, I don't know how, 90 degrees Fahrenheit? I have no idea. It's above 30 degrees Celsius. Anyway, I would love to have a glimpse of that eclipsed moon, but it looks like that's not going to happen. So maybe later tonight there is a spot close to our home, a 10-minute drive, where you have a great view on the great cathedral of Dordrecht. Then you can walk across along the river, and then on the other side of the river there is this cathedral, and the eclipsed moon will be close to that church. So that would be a magical view tonight. But clouds, clouds, clouds are here, and I have to say, these clouds don't look like moving around or evaporating, so this could stay here for the rest of the night. Here, beautiful flowers. That looks really nice. And the sun is setting, but no moon, only clouds. Let's try again later this evening. The other side is still beautiful. The sun just went down. It set. Well, I am on our balcony right now, but unfortunately, clouds. There is a patch of blue sky here in front of me, but I don't think that eclipsed moon is going to end up there. So I'm back over there, more clouds. So well, that's a pity, but you know, nature always does what it pleases. I'm going to change the color saturation. Yeah, this looks better. Well, I really like how things are evolving. Really like it. Very interesting. I had never thought that my background would end up like this. Absolutely not. That's always one of the most exciting things, I think, about coloring. If you just let the pencils and the drawing do the talking, so to speak, then you will end up in an adventure. This is truly an adventure because I don't know what the end result will be. I don't know what the destination is. It feels like truly a wonderful adventure. I will have to keep up the good work with coloring right now, because if I don't, I will not have enough time to edit it before I want to launch this. And I already I mentioned a date, August the 3rd. I mentioned it on social media, so now I have a deadline, and I must tell you, deadlines, they work for me. I wish they didn't work, but actually they do work. I don't like deadlines because they also give me stress, but on the other hand, it forces me to keep going. And that's a good thing. Now I also have to make a decision, or let the drawing make a decision about the shape of the background, because I'm just scribbling, and I did not draw a square or something like that. Maybe I should do that to make it more clear what this is going to look like. So I thought, let's put this frame on it so I can see where things are going, and maybe I should continue a little bit more, but I'm not going to draw a square or something like this. I think I should just let it fade away. I think that is best. I also really like the sketchy feel of the background, so I'll try to preserve that and to withstand the urge, my urge to do too much. Maybe a touch of green here, light green. I'm just trying to make these organic shapes. And let's add a touch of pink here. And this is Pink Meadow Lake. All Polychromos so far. Let's go for a little bit of light green here. And let's build a connection with what is already here. A slightly darker green, permanent green. And here I have this darker reddish pink called Medde, kraplak. Kraplak, beautiful word. I'm not sure, but I think the German word for this color, kraplak, it's also a Dutch word, and I think it refers to, you know, a couple of hundred years ago they used these wax, dark red wax seals, you know, to close envelopes or to make something official. And I think this kraplak word refers to that wax. I'm not exactly sure whether that is really true, but let's go for a luminance. Anthracite, we know it pink. Here's a touch of Medde. I hear a blackbird outdoors, but I don't want to open the window because there's a lot of other noise outdoors. But that blackbird is singing beautifully. When it comes to singing birds, songbirds, I think the blackbird is my favorite. And here I have Luminance White. Okay, now I need to find balance, and I feel I need to do a little more work here and a little more work over here, and over here I need to do something, but I must be very careful not to overdo anything.